Like my background image? Yeah, I quite like it. It's a campaign headquarters I created in my mind for Restore Britain. Happy activists. Happy activists. Happy activists make for a successful party. I know, I don't think Restore Britain have actually got newspapers yet, but I put them in there just in case. Might nudge them in the right direction to get a paper out. I don't know. But I done that because I'll be talking about Restore Britain branches, one in particular in a moment. It'll be the Swindon branch. You guys know, or will know within a second, why I've chosen the Swindon branch. It's because someone who I've followed for a long time is talking about the Swindon branch. Yeah, Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad. Following him for years. I quite like the guy. I like the Lotus Eaters as well. Although when they started off, some of them were a bit full of themselves, wasn't they? A bit puffed up. But they've matured, and now they turn out great content every day. Love to watch it. And the ones who haven't stayed with the Lotus Eaters have moved on to do great things on their own. At least I think so. Anyhow, let's go have a look at this video clip of Carl Benjamin. Stand by. There he is. There's our Carl. Let's have a listen to what he's talking to, shall we? Talking about. I don't know if I'll pause now and again. I doubt if I'd get a strike from Carl, but we shall see. I'll stop now and again just in case.
Probably going to have to go behind the paywall because Rupert, as Rupert said, it was the worst 2 weeks of his life. Worst 2 weeks of his life, just listening to all of these victims over and over, telling him just the most. I mean, it's just sex slavery. It's just racial sex slavery of English girls by foreign men. It's awful. But anyway, we'll cover it when it comes to it. And local branches have been doing really, really well. So I'm the organiser for the Swindon branch, and my best mate is the organiser for the Chippenham branch. And I believe that Nate went on to that meeting, which happened yesterday. It's sort of Chippenham, Bassett, and a little area around that area, Calne, I think, as well. So it's quite a small area, really, but they still had 40 volunteers, 40 people turn out to their first branch meeting, which is brilliant. And they got 15 volunteers to go leafleting, and that's been a really persistent pattern where it's actually, even in small areas, the turnout has been superb for people who have not done any political organising before, but realise, as Nate puts out, this is serious. Everyone was aware of the seriousness of the hour. They're saying, no, we can't afford not to be political at this point. We can't afford it. And so I'll just give you a couple of stories about my experiences with organising so far. So we had somewhere between 80 to 90 people turn up to our first branch meeting in Swindon, which was brilliant. We're very, very happy with that turnout. And we've got over 400 branch members in Swindon, and about 50 of them have volunteered to do leafleting. And so we've been meeting up with them, giving them a big box of leaflets, talking them through whatever the processes are, and just helping them just organise, right, whereabouts are you, what streets around your area can you do. And one of our chaps has actually made a mapping software on GitHub, so you can fill in the streets you've done, so we're not getting any overlap. And it's wild to see this map slowly but surely filling in, because people are like, no, and luckily the weather's been beautiful as well recently. They've been really eager to get out and actually make the difference, actually be the change. And what's really interesting is the reception we've been getting in the local pubs. So I've been going to the pubs with the volunteers to go leafleting, to give them the leaflets, just because we go to a pub in their area. And the guys will go around the pubs just before we leave and just hand out these leaflets. Now, I didn't necessarily want to do that just because, I don't know whether it would be well received or not. But in the last one we did, which was on Tuesday, we were sat there, so there's about 15, 20 of us in a group, huddling, organising. And one of the chaps just went around the bar giving things out, and then he put a message in the WhatsApp group saying the people in the bar thought we were the Greens, and I was just like, Jesus, really? Like, because I guess they'd never seen anyone doing any political organising other than the Greens. I assume that's what they thought, and they were relieved to hear that we weren't, and they were very interested and happily took the leaflets, and a lot of them, and another one in a different pub that we went to.
Good news, eh? I like that. Swindon branch, 400 members, activists eager to get out on the street and give the leaflets out. Boy, that makes a difference. Especially have such decent sized numbers there. That is real wonderful news. Anyhow, so that was Carl talking about his role as organiser in Swindon. I've been an organiser. It's hard bloody work, responsible position. Yeah. I've wondered about starting a branch in my area. I know I could do it, but the problem is, if I was to do that, I wouldn't have time to do our channel and live streams. So I'm hoping someone else will rise up in my area to start a Restore Britain branch. I know I'll support him as much as possible, that's for sure. There was another video I'd like you to see actually, and this is over in Great Yarmouth, where the boys have been out campaigning. I'll only show a little bit of it, just to give you an idea, and I'll leave links to the Card Daily, Carl Benjamin's story, although thousands of you have probably already seen it, but I'll do it just to keep the record straight. Let's go over to Great Yarmouth now, shall we?
Beautiful area. We're out canvassing for Great Yarmouth First Party, which is Rupert Lowe's party for the upcoming elections on May 7th.
The support for what we're doing and the support for Rupert personally is incredible. It really is. I mean, we were knocking on doors yesterday and in probably 80% of cases, they knew who Rupert was, and it was a positive response. I think that's largely because he's been a very, very effective constituency MP, as well as being a national, political leader.
On May the 7th, are there going to be huge changes? Are people really going to notice a difference?
Well, I think so, because as far as I can see, Great Yarmouth has been badly let down by the local government. It's been under the Tories for a very long time. So, I mean, I think Rupert and his candidates here, all the candidates.
Great stuff, eh? Great stuff. Well, okay guys, let's get this video out quick. It was just so I could drop a couple of links into you. If you thought about being an activist, never done it before, you should. You're going to make some great friends. Most of them will be with you through the rest of your life. Once you bond with fellow activists, that's it. Bit like mating for life. Certain animals, yeah. You're going to love it. Anyhow, guys, you've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. See you on the next one.